Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobie One-Eye Kenobi Showbie with the Invisible Julia again on this wonderful Friday evening. It's the 8th of April 2022. And she's coming straight from... Oh, no, she's not there. Straight from wherever it is that she's come straight from. Welcome along. It did seem strange not doing a show. Hello, Julia.
Hello, Richard.
How are you? Oh, hang on. Turn the volume up. It did seem strange not doing a show on Wednesday, but I did have a nice evening off. What were you up to? Did you manage to survive? Did you manage to survive Wednesday without a Vobes show to get through?
I did, actually.
Oh, well done. Well,
somehow.
Some enchanted evening, I can't watch the Vobie. I don't want to see his miserable face.
Somehow I managed to continue breathing.
Oh.
Oh.
Somehow I managed to continue breathing without the Vobes show. It's nice to see lots of people turning up on this wonderful day. Now, I'd just like to say, for those people who haven't got a fairy in their hand that's coming up onto the screen right now, please, I beg of you, there's no point, well, you can do this if you like, but there's absolutely no point trying to contact the show via the show phone when the show is not on. This is the phone here, ladies and gentlemen. This phone only goes on for the show for an hour. And when the show's off, it goes off. But people do text and they message me. So just go through the messages that we've had. There's 400 of them. And actually, a couple of them are on WhatsApp. So Steve Moore has been in touch since on email, which is lovely. Somebody else, and I don't know who the hell you are, because you didn't leave a name, said, give us a call. We've all gone down with COVID. But unfortunately, I have no idea who you are, so it's very difficult to do that. Plus, I only just discovered it now when I turned the phone on. Anyway, the phone line's not on at the moment, just temporarily, whilst we say a few hellos. How are you, lovely Julia?
Not too bad, thank you.
What have you been doing this whole wonderful week without having to listen and watch the Vobes show?
Surviving. The rest of life.
And how is the lovely Joe?
He's as hurricane as ever. And he's as lovely as ever.
Is he as Geronimo as ever?
Oh, yes. He's as Geronimo as ever.
Well, we went to see Linda Kane, didn't we, in the week?
We did. Oh, whips and chains.
Whips and chains. She had us bound and gagged and hanging upside down from the ceiling whilst she got hold of a rug beater and beat the living daylights out of me, which was rather fun. And so that once we got through that, though, we had copious amounts of cups of tea and we found out...
We did have maybe a few... biscuits. Well,
I did. Yes. I managed to resist more than 10 biscuits. But other than that, I had a few biscuits. I've made it a policy in my reduction of sugar and all of that, only to eat biscuits that other people offer me. So if you want to send me some biscuits, that'd be fine. Know what I mean? That'd be lovely. Nice to see you all out there. Did I mention that? Probably did. It's the sort of thing I would have said. You can contact the show by putting the @ and the Vobes Show in the chat as we go live, and we will see you. You'll stand out proud. It saves using Super Chat, where you have to spend a £5 just to talk to us. Brian Jeffries says he had an early night on Wednesday, as without the Vobes Show, there was nothing worth watching. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I might have to bring it back then, the old Wednesday night in the autumn.
Nearly had me there.
Yes, I nearly had you there, slightly worried. I have to say I was writing whimsy Wednesday night.
Yes, good.
Yes, I was writing a little script, and then I read a bit of it to you down the old blower.
And I enjoyed it.
And she enjoyed it, which is very nice. Like this, says Sean James Cameron, giving you an indication of what the @the Vobes Show. It comes up in orange on our screen. We will open the phone lines in a minute.
Station Master's Choice says, reminds me of the bus driver we had once, who only smoked other people's.
Who only smoked?
Other people's.
Oh, other
Second-hand
people's.
smoke, I presume.
Oh, not cigarettes. Who only smoked other people's cigarettes.
Yeah, if they offered him.
If they are, yes. I'm not really a smoker, but I'll have one of those. Yes. Mm-hmm. Have you got a licorice pipe? I do like the old licorice pipes, actually. That's one of my old favourites. But, of course, I don't eat sugar and sweets and all those sort of things. Unless, of course, somebody buys
them
me
for you.
For me. And then, yes, licorice. Somebody, and I can't remember, this is how terrible this is. Somebody bought me, was it Joanna Jones or somebody like that, bought me some licorice pipes. And they came in the post, and they're absolutely awesome and delicious.
They didn't survive long, did they?
No, I'm afraid I smoked, I ate probably about 3 a day. There was about 9 of them, so it only lasted 3 days. Seabird says, hope to see you next week, guys. Yes, I got your email, and I've discussed it with the lovely Julia, and she was discussing it back.
Yes.
So possibly, but we'll be in touch 100% shortly when we're back on the typing of the email device.
When we're not on the Vobes Show.
Yes, when we're not on the Vobes Show, which actually is most of our lives, to be fair. You know, it may seem like we're here all the time, but it does... usually on the Bold Explorer. Station Master's Choice says that was with reference to other people's biscuits. Oh, I see, not other people's cigarettes. I beg your pardon. And Andrew Norris says, at the Vobes Show, which is correct. Well, fun enough, both have come up in orange on our screen. So both. You can use either. Very good. He's put a gap between the and Vobes Shows, and the Vobes Show, one word. So, Andrew, you're a genius. You broke the system, which is marvellous. Colin McLeod says, I'm partial to an Abbey Crunch. I used to be partial to the Abbey National, but then they changed to Santander, and I didn't go to dare to see Santa. Floating our boat.
I was going to say, we have floating our boat in the house. Hello, purple people. They say, hello.
Now, listen, floating a boat.
Floating peoples.
I'm just going to move that over there because we can barely see you, lovely Julie. Listen, floating a boat. It's about time you sold your boat, isn't it? Because it seems like all the narrow boat people that are, relatively big on the canals and YouTube are all selling up. They're all going off to pastures new, as if to say, well, we've had enough of this boat floating malarkey.
I reckon they're getting fed up because the canals are getting filled up with other people.
Yes, that's the problem. There's too much
pandemic,
competition.
Everyone's thinking, oh, that's a good idea. Let's get on the canals. It's cheaper to live.
Yes, I guess when you buy a boat, you're probably asked, have you got a YouTube channel? No, because you can't buy my boat then. I'm so sorry. My boat had to go on another YouTube channel. Big yours. It must be a bit like that, surely. Yes, but it seems that a number of them are selling their boats. I wonder if they get more money, though, if they are flogging their boat. A famous boat, being on YouTube. Does it work that way?
I don't think it does.
It should do, though, shouldn't it? I mean, it is just people on a screen, just as the famous people are on a screen. They don't actually... But you get more contact with us. You can give us a ring on 07934746790, but not quite yet. Very soon, though. What are you looking for?
Where's your little Vobie?
Oh, I've put him over there because I didn't want him to keep falling over. He's got to remind me to put him in the van.
He's not worked yet.
No, it's not yet. No, well, I only put him over there this minute.
Oh, this minute?
Yeah, this minute. Well, this minute that before we came on this, whilst you were busy powdering your nose.
9 minutes ago.
Yes, all right. Thank you very much. Free GoPro with every boat purchased. There we are. That's perfectly what you want. So there we go. Trev Travels, he says, what does he say? He says, hi, Fran and Rich. He hasn't sold his boat. Are you selling your boat, Trev Travels, by Narrowboat?
He can't do that. The whole world will implode if he does that.
He could sell it and get a rubber dinghy and be Trev's Travels by Rubber Dinghy, which would be not quite the same. No, stick to the lovely narrowboat. Yes, absolutely. It's much nicer. We still do want to get on the canal ourselves and have another trip somewhere.
Yes.
But it's all very... I imagine the diesel prices have gone up there. Can you get canal boats converted to electricity? That would be rather good.
That would be helpful.
Because you could just run them off solar power or wind. Maybe just get a sail. I suppose if you're buying a boat, it figures that there was a sail. Anyway, now we have some interesting videos. I say interesting in a light-hearted way.
In a very weird way.
We have Mersey Beat gardening with something rather peculiar and strange, which will have you laughing in the aisles. Alison O'Brien is showing us her guinea pigs, which I think she spent more than a guinea on. Steve Mitchell is out the night with a torch doing some midnight gardening. Mark Burgess has got a new style, break up tea time, is what he said in his thing.
Intriguing.
Yes. And Daniel Watkins telling us what he's been up to today. So we've got all of that to look forward to. So I think we should start with one of those and see if it kicks us off in any direction. As ever, it's a roulette to see who's going to win. So Julia's going to spin the wheel and make up her mind.
That one.
Daniel Watkins has hit the screen. First of all, let's go into the old video task box and see if Daniel is there, waiting in the wing. And here he is.
Hi Richard, and Julia, it's Daniel here. I've just got up this morning and I'm going to have some Zoom calls this afternoon with Mind, so I'm going to do meditation, drop in meditation and then the quiz, and then hopefully I'll be tuned into the Vobes Show tonight at 8 o'clock, so I'll see you all then. Okay then, have a good Friday everyone, bye for now.
Marvellous, thank you so much, Daniel. Well, I'm glad
we had him in the room with us for a split second then.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Did you see that? He was in the room with us, which was marvellous. And I hope you have tuned in at 8 o'clock and are there. How did the quiz go? Did you win on the quiz? That's what we want to know. And what were some of the questions? Could we manage to answer those questions? Because, you know, Julia's a brain box and I'm a thicko. So it might be possible between the three of us, the two of us, we might actually be able to figure it out. We'd love to know. And what was the quiz in aid of? What's that? Is that a pub quiz? Is it how many pints of bitter can you drink in an evening before you fall over? Which is probably one at the rate that I drink a year. But lovely to see, and thank you very much. Nice to see your face, to put a face to the name.
Yep, wonderful to hear your voice and see your face again.
And now we will ask in the future, if you do any of those, instead of filming it that way as you did, could you turn the camera that way round and film it that way? It's just it gets the whole of the screen. It doesn't sort of, make your face expand or anything like that. It's just we see things horizontally, don't we? We don't see things vertically, our eyes. And the screens are built that way in mind, apart from phones, of course. Mm-hmm. But the rest of the show is being... Anyway, you know what I mean.
Nigel Sadler says, today's Naked Englishman, which can't be typed in full or it will not appear, brought fond memories of Listen with Vobes.
Ah, Listen with Vobes, which was a YouTube channel, which I may or may not bring back if I break my back and end up in a wheelchair and can't do anything else other than read, which would be nice. Yes, I do. For those people who are uninitiated in it, during COVID, when everybody was dropping dead in the streets and the grannies and grandfathers were falling down wells, children were flying aeroplanes in strange countries, and all other manner of figments of my imagination were happening, and people were locked in with nothing to do, I thought, how can I best help them? And Julia said, shut up and leave them alone. And I said, no, Julia, that's not... No, we must be able to do more than that.
I wasn't loud enough when I said it, was I? I wasn't insistent enough.
She should have actually taped stuff over my gob. So I thought, I know, we'll read some old-fashioned books that are pretty much out of print, or that the authors are dead and the publishers couldn't be asked to sue us or anything. So
Timothy.
And Language Timothy. That was one of the books. And we started to read, and it was sort of Listen with Vobes, really. And then it started on the Bald Explorer channel, but we moved it to its own little YouTube channel, and it worked reasonably well. People joined in and used to throw aeroplanes at the telly. Lynn B says, lovely story, Mr. Sparrow. Love the accent. There we are. So those of you who haven't heard it, by the way, the Naked Englishman podcast, which is available on Spotify and iPhone and these other podcast catching things, just put in the Naked Englishman. You'll hear a raw podcast that's stripped down without bells and whistles, hence naked, and from a English-speaking gentleman who's lived in England all his life, hence Englishman.
Makes sense.
Yes, there we go. It's where the because people often think, "Oh, did he walk round in it in the nude?" I said, no, there's no accidental gong sounds in here from swinging things, banging into things. And there's none of that, thank you. This is a very clean, although sometimes moany type of podcast.
Didn't hear what you said then. I think I'm probably glad I didn't.
No, thank goodness you didn't hear any of that nonsense. Sean James Cameron has put the link up on the description there. Steve Mitchell says, he admits, bless his socks, he admits we listen to it every night in bed, but not every night. For some nights, Steve Mitchell ventures out into the garden, like Tom's Midnight Garden, which is a lovely book, and he starts tinkering with his flowers. And we've got proof.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Steve Mitchell. I'm going to show you my garden all lit up at night and how I've done different features in there. These are my acers, as some of them. They've all just started to come into this year's leaves. And as I swing round, there we go. That's some of them. And then over here, that's my bananas planted up, was covered up I should say. And then over here, I've got that as well. And this over here is a feature. This is actually a shower curtain. I've actually got two there on the wall that are waterproof. Not that expensive, but actually quite nice, covering the fence up. Look, nice feature. Got a tree fern. Got a sink. You're not going to have that one, Richard, I'm afraid. Sorry. And then over here, that's a chimney, what my dad had, and he gave it to me. And this one here is a wheel. Original statue. And then round here got a nice little water feature, and then got a lovely little something that we got and put on the wall, nice little there. And then I've got the lights here, but these ones, same with the ones down there, I can change the colours. So they're quite nice. And then up here, original one, that one. Different lights. Oh, got a cat down there, one of my cats wants to get in. And then got the milk churn there, and got the old pig that we painted up. Another milk churn there. Another chimney there. And then to finish it all off, I'll swing round. Press the magic button. There we go. Thanks very much for watching. and I'll see you guys soon, and thanks again. All the best. Cheers then, guys. Bye.
There we go. Nice little look round Steve's garden in the middle of the night. But it lights up so well, doesn't it? It's nice having all those light features and things like that. I need to get maybe a security light that lights up my van to stop people tinkering with it or driving it off. But yeah, lovely. Nice to see all those different things. And did you see that he had a bath? Not a bath, a sink.
A Belfast.
Belfast sink. I've got my eye on that. So next time we go over there, you bash him over the head, and I'll bash him over the head, and you carry the sink to the van. I think that will work quite well. So that would be nice.
We do not condone nicking things from people's gardens.
We certainly don't. Big thank you to hello to
Tim Tricker.
To Tim Tricker, who's
in the house.
Yes, he's been a very nice chap, looking after the old Vobes kitchen and assisting.
Done a very good job with your Belfast sink.
Yes, he made a marvellous job with the Belfast sink, and so did Craig, who may well be watching too, up there in Leicester. So thank you very much, guys.
2 top diamond geezers.
Yes, and they didn't leave any of the diamonds, but they didn't need to because they were the diamonds themselves.
Tim Trigger says, get that one fitted outside.
Oh yeah, there we go. We can fit it outside.
You've got a tap in your garden.
I've got an outside tap, and you know, tomorrow is a Saturday, which is the day I normally wash my van. And and not only that,
Have
Pete.
you got a hose to attach to it?
Yes, I've got a hose. Steve Mitchell gave me a hose, and Pete, Colonel Craig Ratty, some while ago now, and I've not been able to use it, gave me one of these power things that does the spraying.
The pressure washer.
The pressure washer, there we are. And not a pressure cooker.
No, not a pressure cooker. Or induction hob.
Or an induction, yes. So that would be it. Kerry Baldwin says something interesting.
I said the right word. I didn't mean to say
you got it right. What does Kerry say?
Kerry Baldwin says, I've got a Belfast sink full of snowdrops, ferns and bluebells. You're not having mine either.
Oh, you should wash them out. Wash them out, get them out and connect them up to the mains. When I say the mains, I mean the mains water supply, obviously, wherever you happen to be. The phone is now open, 0793 4746 79. Okie dokie. Why don't you give us a call and have a chat? What are you going to be doing this weekend? Have you got any plans? I've got young Ricky possibly coming over to see me, and he may be bringing in a tent, because we may not get. You may know that we tried to inflate the tent up the other day. Well, somebody very wisely said, do you know what you may find it is? You've got to rotate the valve inside the flat, not just push it, but rotate it, and it locks.
No, it couldn't be something so simple, really.
And I said, do you know what?
It's so.
I'm not going to try out. I'm not going out to Goring Gap again, the price of diesel, to go and test this blooming tent. So, lovely Elizabeth, I don't know if she watches this, she said, I've got a pop-up tent, a bit like one of those pop-up books. You know, it's a little cardboard tent, and you look through the window and you go...
Hope it's as easy to put away.
Yeah, so do I. Are they difficult, pop-ups?
The pop-up tents I've had dealings with before, I've struggled with. But that's probably just me, you know.
It's like toast, isn't it? You know, you put bread in and toast pops up, but you can't get toast back to bread.
No, that's quite right.
So it's probably the same problem. But we won't care about getting it back in. We just need to get it out so we can have...
Well, the thing is, we'll have Ian McCagan hopefully around.
He's a genius.
And yeah, he's quite a clever chap. So I'm hoping that if we can't work it out...
He'll have a pair of shears or hedge cutters or what's that thing that you cut the lawn with?
He doesn't mean it, Elizabeth, if you're watching. If you're listening.
Anyway, 0793 4746 790. Give us a tinkle. Tell us what you're up to this weekend. We've got some more videos to play in very shortly. And we want to find out what is going on in your world. So don't forget to make another video. Sorry about the lack of the Wednesday shows, but I'm heading off down to Plymouth in a couple of weeks. And I will be away during that Wednesday. We will be away on the camping. On a Wednesday, so in Ian McCagan's field, unless of course the weather is going to be really against us, whereupon we may just stay in the van. I'll sleep underneath the van and you can sleep on top of the van.
You need a roof box tent, don't you?
A roof box tent?
Yeah, but then you definitely won't get the van into certain car parks.
Can you just nail a tent on whilst you're in the van? And what, you sleep on the roof?
Yeah.
I don't know if my roof is strong enough for someone to sleep on. I suppose it would
Well, if
be.
a car roof is strong enough, then a van roof should be.
Yeah, but it's quite a wide space. I mean, it makes a nice trampoline, but...
No, but from what I've seen, they like have their own little platform that is attached to the car.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
And then it opens out on that and...
Marvellous. We must take the drone with us, because I know...
Yes! Do not forget the drone.
Do not forget the drone, because she loves me droning on. She loves to fly my drone.
I love to drone on.
Yes. So you can't get her off the bloody drone, that's the thing. It's like,
Then
make
you
sure
get
the
red
battery is
necklace.
not quite fully charged. So, you know, it's like, my turn. No, I want to play. I'm playing. Oh, please. Anyway, lots of conversation going on. Don't forget to put the @ the Vobes Show, and you get to contact the show. We have some more videos to play in, so let's find out what's going on. Something a bit peculiar is going on in this one from Mersey Beat Gardening. This is Philip and Catherine. You may remember they sent in a very lovely video on Monday. Well, they repeated it, and maybe it's Easter, maybe it's the effect of nuclear war, and this is the only way to protect yourself, but something to do with tin hats.
Go and look at yourself. Is that recording? It fell off, Phil. Leave it off. No. I want it on. When you stop looking up. Oh, this is so fun. You've got to stop it. Don't laugh. Stop your laughing.
Well, make of that what you will, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that was good.
Julie was wetting herself.
Not, yeah.
What other thing to what I put on it?
Thanks for that. That was
thanks.
That was
If,
odd, but brilliant.
if you want to do something a little off the wall and send it in, we would love to see
This
it.
is the show for
This
it.
is the show for off the wall. In fact, the more off the wall and less straight laced, the better. Would be fantastic. Thanks so much, Philip and Catherine there from Mersey. Sorry, not Muddy. Anything. Mersey Beat Gardening. Check them out on YouTube. Hilarious couple, full of beans.
I don't know about you guys, but my cheeks hurt now after all that laughing and
Do
smiling.
they? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We have a phone call, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out who's on the line.
Hello.
Hello, caller.
Hello, my name is Sally. I'm calling from Maryland in the US.
Oh, hello.
hello.
Can you just say what your name is again? I missed it.
Sally.
Sally.
Hello, Sally. And how are you?
I'm fine. And my husband and I have been watching you for probably a couple of years. And my sister lives in Spindon Valley.
Oh, really?
lovely.
Just up the road?
Yes, and I can't believe this is actually live. I just thought I might ring on the off chance that this was real.
Yeah, it is most. Hang on. Definite. Ow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's real.
It's
We're
real.
real, all right. Are you real? That's the
I
question.
know. Yes, yes, I am. I've been here for several years. I try and come back at least once or twice a year.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, how did you and Julia meet?
Oh, how did we meet? Well, we were both in Italy on gondolas going down a mysterious pathway. No, it wasn't as
Lies.
interesting as that.
It was trees.
It was trees. You tell the story, Julia.
Well, Richard was just getting into trees and identifying trees, and
In the Bold Explorer.
Yeah, in the Bold Explorer, when I first came across his bold exploring videos, and I got hooked. So I he was looking for some more features to do. I said, "Have you ever been and visited the fairy tree in Lancing, in North Lancing?" He said, "No, I haven't." And the rest is history.
Oh,
Yeah, and then he kept
Lovely. How many
inviting me
years
back
ago
for more
was that?
trees.
was-
4.
how many?
That was in beginning of 2018, wasn't it?
January 2018.
Gosh.
She was a viewer.
Now, what I'm trying to think, obviously I can hear you on my phone, but
Yeah.
I've got the television on mute.
Oh, well
Yes.
done.
So,
Yes.
Otherwise, we'd get reverb.
And there's always this little sort of 30-second or more or less delay.
oh, yeah.
Anyway, so...
Anyway, I do enjoy your walks very much because I do get very homesick, and especially the bluebells. And with my sister, I was there in September and October, not having been for 2 years, of course. And we went to Amberley Woods,
Oh, yeah. Very
which I
nice.
think you might have been to, and lovely bluebell woods, which of course I can't remember the name of.
No, there's quite a few
But I
around.
do enjoy you. Oh, yes, my favourite.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Anyway, I
Richard
just
and I are
wanted
going to
to
go on a
say this
bluebell walk.
word.
Sorry, I was
Oh,
going to.
lovely.
Yeah, so hopefully there'll be another video of bluebells
Yes.
to come soon.
I mean, it can be very samey, of course. Oh, look, we're in a wood. And, oh, look,
Yeah.
there's bluebells. But
We'll try and make it
I know.
different. Sorry, but what were you saying? I interrupted.
I can't remember. No.
Oh, sorry.
What I was thinking, no, that's all right. I had thought next time I might be over, if you didn't mind, Richard, I'd come and stand outside your front door now that I see where you live, near Morrison's.
Well, don't just come
But I
outside.
might be-
Knock on the door.
Yeah, knock
see
on
if
the
he's
door.
in.
Come in and have a cup of tea.
Okay.
Have a tour of the studio.
I know. Oh, that would be absolutely wonderful, yes.
Oh, yes,
I hope you don't think I'd be stalking, though.
No, no.
I've just invited her in for you, but you were inviting her in anyway. That's all right.
She sounds like a lovely lady. I shall put on my best bib and braces and my I'll find some charm.
Your silkiest cravats.
Yes, I will try and find my best
Oh, and
manners.
I just had to say, I just watched Whimsy
Oh, yeah.
and The Greenhouse. My father lived in Heen Road for many years,
Oh, yes.
and we used to go to the greenhouse quite often to furnish his flat. And when he died, we took it all back there.
We took it all back. I'm sure that happens. I'm sure, you think how
Yes,
much of
yes.
that must go on where people have furnished their houses and then it all returns and they make more profit out of it. Good for them. There's some lovely
So I try
stuff.
to explain to Americans what a charity shop is, and they don't really understand. They call them a thrift store.
I was going to
here.
say that's what they call them.
But
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
yeah,
So they don't have. Do they have charities though in the same way, presumably raising money for good things?
oh yes,
but
but
they
not in shops like in the UK. It's
Right.
they call them
thrift.
Goodwill is a big one, but it's not. They're not the quality of the English charity shop.
Well, I can understand that. I mean, they don't have anything of any age
I
over
know.
there, do they?
Well,
Anything that's over 20 years is knocked down.
No, I did live in a nice little town, a mill town that was came about in the 1760s, so that was quite nice. Anyway, I'm sorry, I do have to go, but I'm absolutely delighted to have talked to you both. I can't believe it's happened.
Well, Sally,
Thank you so much for
There
calling,
you
Sally.
go.
it's been an absolute joy, Sally,
Yes.
and lovely. And do call again sometime.
Where was it you said you're calling from again?
Yes. Out of Maryland,
Maryland,
as you say in the Maryland.
Maryland.
And I might be there, Maryland, that's it.
Can
Anyway,
you-
best wishes to you both.
When you
Bye-bye.
come,
Bye.
can you bring some Maryland cookies?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that would be
I'm
lovely.
hoping September or October. Yes, lovely.
There we
All
are.
right.
I'll provide
Bye-bye.
the tea. You
Thanks
provide
again.
the tea.
Bye.
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 There we go. That was Sally from Maryland bringing Maryland
Fantastic.
cookies to the Vobes at some juncture in September. You have to
That was
remind
lovely,
me.
yeah.
That was lovely. Nice to
Hasn't
have.
she got a lovely voice?
Very lovely
Love
voice.
her
Really
accent.
nice English voice.
Very, very.
That's been somewhat Americanised, but
Oh,
yes.
no, there's only tiny little tinge.
Well, only a tiny tinge.
Americanism.
That's
She'd
what I
been
was
there
saying.
a couple of
Yes,
years.
I didn't
Of
mention a
course.
tinge. Did I mention a tinge? I didn't mention a tinge. No such thing as a tinge. Steve Mitchell says, like those cookies. Yes, we do like the Maryland cookies, ones with the chocolate drops in them, which is very nice. If only they did the ones with dark chocolate drops, that would be a little bit more healthy. Although with all the sugar in the biscuit, probably wouldn't make much difference. But lovely that to think that Sally has been out there watching all our nonsense, and I think if you're in America and you're watching the television or anything like that, you'll watch our stuff instead of the television, because you're bombarded in America by adverts almost every. You don't quite get to the end of a sentence and there's another infomercial. They have those dreadful, this windscreen wiper is better than anybody else's windscreen wiper. Comes complete with a piece of rubber attached to it that goes to the car, and the car doesn't come free. Now, if you want to know more about the 10 minutes later, they're still talking about this windscreen wiper, and you're going, oh, get over yourself. Just thought I'd mention it.
Well, for someone calling on just an off chance, that was wonderful.
That was a brilliant
Thank you
off
so
chance.
much.
Don't forget, you can call on an off chance. You can get your off chance at a local off chance shop,
On 0793 4746 790.
which is a lovely number, and especially when you sing it backwards.
People enjoyed your call so much, Sally, that they've been writing you little songs, little ditties. Sally, Sally, pride of our alley, says Audrey Forbes Hamilton. And if you could scroll upwards a little bit, there was another one up
Oh,
there.
yes, I can. Look at that.
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, yes, Sean James Cameron says, Sally, Sally, marry me, Sally.
Yes.
There you go.
She might be already married, I think.
She may well
But,
be.
That's neither here nor there. Ron Langley says, not sure what my son is doing. Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Right. It's always the way when I pitch in with something and somebody is doing something else. Now, what about guinea pigs? Do you like guinea pigs?
Yes, I like guinea pigs. I used to have some guinea
Would
pigs.
you like to have a look at my guinea pigs? Says Alison O'Brien.
Yes, we would. Like
We would.
To look at your guinea pigs.
So, Alison, show us your guinea pigs, love. Oh, hang on. I've just got to black us
Got
out.
to do the thing.
When I say black us, I don't know. Anyway, dig a hole.
Hi folks, I thought you'd like to see my 3 guinea pigs. I'm Alison, by the way. You've got Wilma that's on that green thing. Daisy, which is the black one. And Pebbles is... Oh, where's she gone? She's just gone round where the heart one is. I hope you like this video. Many thanks.
Super duper. There we are. Short and sweet. And same again there, Alison. Lovely to see them, but lovely to see them in wide screen. But
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sending that in.
yeah, no, lovely to see
My
them.
lovely little Winnie Pegs.
We want to see more. So Monday's show, can you... any chance of getting a nice big close-up? Sorry, I think I've just missed an unknown number.
Oops.
But there we are. Do ring again if it was you. Big close-up of the guinea pigs. And if you can do your Johnny Morris impression. Do you remember Johnny Morris? You won't remember. Animal Magic.
That music sounds familiar, though.
Anyway, Johnny Morris used to do the voices of all the little animals.
Oh no, I was thinking Creature Comforts.
No. This is much before Creature Comforts and all of that. What was his name? Mark Parkins. The bloke who did the animation of Peter Piper Pigs.
Yeah, Parker.
Him who
Yeah.
did Wallace and Gromit, whatever it is. He had a name. It's all gone. It was a nice name. Mark Peter Piper, David.
Peter Piper, Peter Pepper.
It's yes. Anyway. We want to see a close-up of the what's the name. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much indeed.
Close up of the what's the name? The guinea pig.
The guinea pigs, the big bulging eyes. I can send you plenty of torches, says Floating Our Boat. Oh, but what?
No,
What
it
are they on
says
about?
Sean James Cameron 2. Floating Our Boat.
Nick Park. That was the name I was looking for. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
yes.
Paul Carl Griffin. By the way, thanks for the mini notebook. We have a phone call. Let's find out who that is calling in on the show. Hello, caller. Welcome to.
Yes, good evening, Richard, and good evening, Julia.
Good evening. How are you, Steve?
I was told not to phone in tonight.
No, well, I'm glad you didn't then.
Because Maz is in the other room with her brother and sister-in-law, so they said, "Oh, don't make yourself look stupid on the phone."
Oh, that's charming, that is. Don't make yourself look stupid. Well, we can't see you, so luckily, whether you're looking stupid or not, we can hear your dulcet tones and you sound great.
She said, "What are you going to say tonight? What are you going to say tonight?"
Tell us a joke.
No,
it's got to be clean.
No.
Yeah.
There was one actually the other day. Maz said actually it was about the footballer who was trying to kick the habit of
kicking
betting.
a cat. No, not that one.
Yeah, there was a famous footballer.
Yeah.
And he was trying to, and my wife turned around and said, because he had a betting problem, and she said, "Oh yes, he's kicked the habit." Kick the habit.
Kick the habit.
Footballer.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Was he kicking a nun or something? I'm sorry.
No, kick. Because the footballer kicks.
Oh, kick. Oh, yes, kick. Yes, footballer kicks. It's not as good when you have to explain. No,
don't do jokes.
Sorry. Hang on. I
don't do jokes.
No, I'm just going to write that down. Don't ask Steve to tell a joke again.
Steve, what did the traffic lights say to the cars?
I don't know.
Don't look, I'm changing.
Oh.
Yeah, but you come out with good jokes, Julie, and you don't even know you're saying them sometimes.
Right.
Oh, we do our best.
I probably do.
We do our best.
I know you do. But... yes.
So what's the next big thing in your garden?
Well, the greenhouse is all full up. I'm doing all the seeds and everything else, but I want to try and get out a bit more, cycling a bit more. Now the weather's, hopefully getting better.
So are you going to do one of these things where you grab a bag of seeds and cycle in the countryside and start, chucking them onto
bee-bombing, they call it.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Bee-bombing?
Bee-bombing, as in B-E-E.
They do that. They do that down the village. They just chuck wild seeds around it.
Yeah, so you get all sorts of things,
Sorry, but
Maz
says, I told him that wasn't funny.
Yeah. She stopped. She stopped entertaining the brother-in-law and she's, hang on a minute.
You have halted proceedings.
I've got to mind him.
I know. That's right. I'm not as good as you two.
You did know it. You're doing well. At least you picked up the phone and gave us a ring. That's.
Yeah, I thought I'd get on before Zane gets in.
Yeah, there you go. Now I don't know if Zane is watching, but he did send in some videos. He sent in, I think, 3 or 4 videos, but unfortunately I can't play any of them because they've all got commercial music in them. And so that was it. And they're all about 3 seconds long. So by the time you sort of turn them on and you've gone to switch the volume up, it's over. So
yeah, I'm hoping to do because apparently that we get some really cracking sunsets down here.
Do you? When you say apparent,
yeah.
because you've not been there long, have you?
No, and we want to try and get down there, but it's a certain time of night. It doesn't always work good for us, but I want to sort of video the sunsets because we get some really cracking sunsets.
Is that down on the seafront?
Oh yeah, they're really cracking down here, and I want to try and catch some of those, and I'll try and do a video of that somewhere.
That would be lovely. What we want is you standing there at the edge of the beach, looking at the sunset, telling us a ruddy, awful joke.
Yeah, that would be wonderful, yes, please. The worst joke you can think of.
The worst joke. Maz will tell you what to say. She'll write the script.
Yeah.
I know. She told me not to tell you that one. Because they're listening in the other room.
Well, I'm glad she did because the punchline was brilliant, as in Maz's comment.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm better on with the Grand National tomorrow because we've done all that like this.
Oh, are you? Is it the Grand National tomorrow? Are you putting a flutter on?
We got a tip.
Yeah, well, I've got a load of free bets and things, so I thought I'll put
free bets.
So I don't bet serious money, but I'll bet a few quid. So I sort of rather than one horse, I spread it across sort of probably about 4 or 5 horses.
Yeah.
You got any tips for the Grand National tomorrow?
No.
Hey, what are the names of?
When you've got 40 horses, it's just basically
pick a horse. I'm going to pick the one that's at the front. That's the thing to do. Have they got any good names? Have they put the names out of the runners?
Yeah, I think there's like Cloth Cap.
Cloth Cap. That's a good one. Cloth Cap.
When I was a kid, this might sound silly, but I had in imaginary stables with lots and lots of imaginary horses. One of them was a dappled grey, so kind of light grey and dark grey patches, called Fagash Lil.
Fagash Lil. I mean, the names of the horses.
She was named after my great-great-aunt.
We should do our own little running on the Grand National with the viewers. It's a shame it's not on the same day, because you could have the names of the viewers instead of the horses. Mr. Buttleby is coming in there, followed by Joanna Jones. Joanna Jones is overtaken by Anne Bolton. Anne Bolton, Joanna Jones neck and neck, but Mrs. T has come over there, and suddenly Brian Jeffries taking up on the near side. Marion Mitchell is coming up any minute now. Sean James Cameron's going to overtake, and there's Sean O'Brien. He's suddenly overtaken that, and poor old Daniel Watkins is limping at the end. It's coming up to the first hurdle now. Anyone's guess? Conor McLeod and Daniel Watkins has suddenly come. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Doing that, and then
no viewer was hurt during the race, because there's always a horse that bashes its knee or something, has to be put down. That's the thing, isn't it? It's a bit of a everyone's having fun, but somebody's horse.
It's not so good for the horses, unfortunately.
Is being put into a tin can and sold for dog food, which is not something one wants to think about.
No.
Let me just think about that again. How do they get a horse into a can? It must be a big can. And do you get the hooves with it? Sorry, I'm being strangled by the lovely...
Oh yeah, someone's got the horses now, that's right.
Yes.
Fiddler on the Roof. That's it, all these ones. Look at all the names.
Here we go.
Oh, yes. Manila Times, Delta Work, Schoolboy Hours, Any Second Now, Run Wild Fred, Lost in Translation, Brahma Bull, Burrows Saint.
I haven't done any of them horses,
Mount Ida, Longhouse Poet, Fiddler on the Roof. Well, there's sounds like a good one.
Fiddler
Two for Gold. Is that it?
Fiddler on the
there
Roof.
Must be more, because there's like 40 horses.
If I was a rich man, I would yabba dabba dinky dinky diddly diddly do.
Copyright strike.
Copyright strike all day long. If I had a big canoe.
Trev's Travels by Narrowboat says, my grandfather called it the dog food race.
Yes.
Oh, apparently Millennia Times won. Minella. Is that what I said? Times won last year, says Marion Mitchell.
Oh. Well, it won't win two years in a row. I reckon the one out of those is going to be it's Any Second Now. Any Second Now, followed by Any Second Now. It's following his ghost of himself. What's he doing that for? Could be any. The Glue Run.
The Glue Run.
Oh, yeah, because they turn horses into glue, don't they?
It's not just horses.
Not just, what else do they turn into?
Gristle and things like that.
Yeah.
I would assume it comes from any
human that you don't know. My neighbour's disappeared. Yes, turned into glue. Gone to the glue factory.
Oh, here's some more names. Santini Sam Crow, Escara 10, Good Boy Bobby, Romain
Bobby.
de Sinam,
Yeah.
Cocoa Beach, Derasha Counter. What's that one? Kiddie Start. Discorama. Disco Rama. Topville Ben. Enjoy Dallin.
Dingo
Annabelle
Dollar.
Fly. Dingo Dollar.
Dingo Dollar. That's Dingo Dollar. Good day there, sport. Dingo Dollar. That's mine. It's American. It runs upside down. Know what I mean, sport? Call that a knife. Oh, no, look, there's more.
Freewheelin' Dylan. Class Conti. Noble Yeats. Mighty Thunder. Cloth Caps. Snow Leopardess. Augusta Gold. Commodore. Dees.
I thought we'd had cloth
Dees
cap.
Aber.
Yeah.
Black Lion. Polar Party. Death Duty. Domain. Delisle.
There you go. That's plenty. That's
that's enough.
Claire Surf and Fortescue.
And Beetlebaum.
That's it. Fortescue. Fortescue win 22-1. Come on, Fortescue. Nay, lad.
Esclair Surf. Fortescue. The end.
The end.
Thank you, Sean.
Well, there we are. We'll all go and put tuppence on the Grand National. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, that's all right. And I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Get out and about.
Lovely. You look after yourself. Thanks for the video submission.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll try and do some different ones and that when I get out and about a bit more.
Super duper.
Excellent.
Take care. Look after yourself.
Have a good weekend, you guys.
Yeah, we'll do.
You.
Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.
There we go. That is the wonderful Steve Mitchell. Operated and looked after by Maz, just in case.
Very well done.
Very well
done. She does
done.
that too.
We must get to another video, in actual fact. So we've seen Phil and Caroline, we've seen Alison, we've seen Steve, we've seen Daniel Watkins, but we are left with one more to go. Good old Mark Burgess is having a bit of a brew up. Let's see what kind of a brew up he's got today.
Hello, it's Mark. Just making tea. Kettle's just boiled. Can have one of these. Saw on the news today the actress June Brown has died, which is sad news. She used to live in Folkestone, which is about 12 miles away from me. So that's a little bit disappointing. Upset my sister probably because she's a fan of EastEnders. I'm not so proper person, I'm afraid. So yeah, okay, that's one bit of news today. Oh, while I'm here, Julia, sorry. If you want some pickled onions, there's plenty here. Anyway, just thought I'd give you a catch up while I'm sorting my drink. Be back to work in a little while. It's a long shift today, 6:30. Luckily I only have to do that now and again. Anyway, let's crack on. See you later.
I don't understand that. 6 to 6:30.
That's 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. maybe.
Oh, not just half an hour.
No.
I mean, and there's at 15 minutes past, he's having a tea break. So that's the kind of job. £42,000 a month coming in for 30 minutes work, 5 of which are demonstrating onions. And what was that about, Richard? Judy? Onions? What were the... Pickled onion. I mean, I like pickled onions.
So do I. They play havoc with my...
Indigestion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acid heartburn.
Oh, acid heartburn. Well, there we are.
And the likes.
Yorkshire tea. Aye, lad. Love
Aye,
it. Aye, Richard and Judy. Just call me Punch.
I see. So I'm just going to get called Judy from now on.
No, you're not. You're lovely Julia.
I've been known as Dave for so long.
Dave?
Yeah, because my ex was called Chaz.
Oh, Chaz and Dave. Ah, well. That's, you don't have to worry about that with exes anymore, do you?
Thank you so much for that video.
Thank you very
Mark.
much. Yes,
You've got us all drooling for Yorkshire tea, though.
And that said biscuit blend. So does the tea... I think Mark Burgess...
blended with biscuits?
Is it blended with biscuits? I think I've got a pack of that. I've yet to open it, Mark. I think it's in the van, yet to get to, because I keep drinking coffee in the van and not tea. But I will get to it, and we must sample it, see if it tastes of biscuit. So there we are. It does sound very nice. We've got time for one more phone call if you want to give us a tinkle on 0793 47. I thought you were going to fill in.
4746 790.
Yes, give us a call and make my day, which would be punk.
Sorry.
Yes. Planning to do some walks in the Cotswolds, says Natasha Susanna, 98. She can't really be 98, can she? But if you are, that's fantastic. Do send in a video from the Cotswolds. I must get back down to the Cotswolds. I haven't been down there for a long, long time. Get my van up round there. And this year is the year I'm actually going to get out in the van. Last year, well, we were just doing up the van and we had bits of COVID coming about. But this year we're free. So I do want to get away as much as possible. Would love Julia to be joining us, but of course you've got Geronimo Joe.
I have.
And it's very difficult. But soon Geronimo Joe will be 21. And then you'll be free.
Don't want to wish his life away.
No, I don't want to wish his life away, or indeed mine. Kerry Baldwin says, lovely Julia, you need ginger tea for acid heartburn. Sorted out mine, yeah. Real ginger.
Ginger biscuits.
Here we go. We have a caller from an unknown person. Let's find out who it is. And say, hello, caller, welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm Alison.
Hello,
Hello,
Alison.
Alison O'Brien.
Hello. Yes, it's Alison O'Brien, yeah.
Ah,
I'm glad you liked the video, and I will obviously do it the other way around, obviously, like you said.
that's all right.
Fabulous.
That's all right. We
It
all
was
learned.
grand to see the guinea pigs,
Yeah,
though.
lovely. And we liked what was the oh, was it biscuits or ginger, or what was the one that it was
Pebbles?
Pebbles.
Pebbles, that's it,
Yeah,
yeah.
there we are.
Wilma, Pebbles, and Daisy. I mean, Daisy I just called, because sometimes I like calling animals, after plants or things.
Yes.
So I just quite like the name Daisy, but it's nothing to do with the Flintstones. I mean, I know
No.
Wilma and Pebbles, and
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Bam Bams and, whatever, really. But yeah, it was Pebbles,
Ah, right. Okay, that all makes sense. Well, it's lovely to see them. And we had, when my kids were small, we had guinea pigs, but they were so nervous they would never come out, and the kids got bored because they didn't like being picked up. They squealed, and they didn't seem like yours were very friendly.
Mine weren't very friendly.
Well, they look friendly. I mean, they came out. I mean, I know, not friendly as in they sit on your knee and do the knitting for you or anything like that. But mine, they just wouldn't come out. They were just so nervous. They were terrified. They would shake. You pick them up and they would shake.
They are
terribly.
very nervous creatures. They do better in larger groups.
Yeah, I mean,
In
they
herds,
do say
yeah.
they do say you should actually have is it 3 or 4 guinea pigs?
Yeah,
You should actually keep a guinea pig on its own, really.
But they're often sold in pairs, which is okay. But ideally, it does need to be more, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember that. Earlier on in the year, I mentioned that when I lost one of my guinea pigs. So that's why I had to get 2 other guinea pigs, because I obviously couldn't
keep
be
one
the
on
one
her
I had
own.
on its own, really. And it's amazing how they've all got on well together. I mean, I had to obviously separate them, but I think they were keen to be together. So I don't know what I've done, and I love guinea pigs and rabbits. Really, I think guinea pigs are quite popular. I think really,
They are. They're rising in popularity as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think they're more popular than obviously rabbits, and also the
At the moment,
squeaking.
yeah.
I mean, I might try and see if they can squeak. I mean, I know when my son sometimes feeds them, they're squeaking like mad. It's quite funny, really, So I'll probably try and do, if I can get that on, on video, really, it'd be nice, really. But I just thought I'd just give you another call, and just say hi, and obviously thank you, obviously, for enjoying the video.
Well, absolutely. And I was just thinking there, as you were talking about getting him to squeak. Squeak? Yeah, squeak. Do you remember Hammy Hamster's adventures on the riverbank? I don't know how old you are, Alison. You're probably as young as Natasha Suzanne, who says I was born in 1998.
I was going to say that's probably a date of birth.
And she's probably the youngest viewer. So welcome aboard, the youngest viewer. But Hammy Hamster's Adventures on the Riverbank, or Tales of the Riverbank, I think it was actually called. Which went, I think the theme went da da dum da da dum da da dum 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 da dum 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 da 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 dee 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 dee. A lovely little tune, and it featured these animals: a hamster on the riverbank, Hammy, and some other animals. And GP, the guinea pig, was the sort of the sort of fatherly figure or mother figure, and they would get onto these little motorboats and go down this tiny little stream. And I thought, they had these little set, and they'd be sitting there. GP would be sitting there on a little chair, smoking a pipe, slippers on. Wouldn't actually be doing that. And they just filmed these animals and then put voices to them. I don't know if Johnny Morris did it, but it was a lovely little set, probably on YouTube. Tales of the Riverbank, definitely.
Oh, okay. I don't remember it,
Yeah.
But I'm I was born in 71, so,
Yeah. Oh, well, that was it. That was on then, but you were probably too young to appreciate it.
Yeah, I was probably too young.
Yeah.
I was more into, silly Postman Pat.
Yeah, there you go. Andrew Norris remembers Hammy Hamster. There we go.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. And also, I don't know if you remember, Play School. I remember watching, Play School, as a kid.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Who can't forget the round window, the square window, and the other window? What was the U-shaped window, whatever that was?
Yeah.
The arched window, of course, where the archers used to hang out. This right there. We'll change the part opening there, boy.
Yeah, it's not funny enough. I sometimes, listen to the Archers on Radio 4, but it depends on.
Yeah, well, I used to listen to it, but I've stopped listening to it now because it's far too biased. And
it's funny how it's I don't know, it's I like watching the old classic EastEnders. I mean, I know there's probably grim things in that, really, but the one recently, I just can't watch it,
No,
so I always like watching sort of, older things, really, But anyway, I just thought I'd just give you a quick call, and I said I'll do another video.
Well, we look forward to it, and thank you very much, Alison. Lovely to hear your dulcet tones on the show.
Yes, okay. Anyway, take care anyway.
And you,
okay.
take care.
Thanks
for calling
again.
in.
Have a
Thank
good
you for
weekend.
Bye.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
There we go. That was Alison O'Brien with
Fantastic.
her lovely guinea pigs, and we expect a full-length feature film of Tales of the Riverbank with the guinea pigs
With them in full chorus as well.
Yes, squeaking away. Tales from the front room. Marvellous. Anyway, listen, we've run out of time. That was fantastic. Although
We've got about a minute left,
we've got
apparently.
about a minute, apparently, according to that.
Apparently.
Tracy Murphy says the classic ones are the best. Absolutely. And Sensible Paul says they've made a remake of Tales of the Riverbank. How dare they? The original Tales of the Riverbank was just charming by its sort of naivety of things, whereas now, things are made too technically well that it sort of loses an essence of what it was, like with Pogle's Wood and the Bagpuss and all of that. I think there's something in those original videos that you just can't remake. Think of something new. That's what comes to mind, but I don't know.
Rehashing all the old stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, whatever you plan to do, and enjoy it if you do. I'm going to be cleaning my car using the outdoor tap.
Yeah, how exciting.
I know, I'm so excited. It's little things, you see, little things. And
I'll be going off and doing my singing on Sunday.
La, la, la,
Grounding
la.
myself again.
Oh, well, that would be nice.
Preparing for another week.
Bagpuss was purple as well, as Sean says. Yes,
I think he was
absolutely.
pink.
Well, he was pink. There we are.
Oh,
So
no.
Sean got that wrong. Andrew says, great to have a whole bunch of new callers and new videos tonight. Thanks all. Thanks, Andrew. Yes, it's very nice to have some of that. Big thanks to Philip and Catherine, to Alison O'Brien, to Steve Mitchell, to Mark Burgess and Daniel Watkins. Don't forget to send your videos. You could be making them up whilst you're away, and we will see what you're getting up to. If you can feature yourself in it, so much the better, but just remember to put it that way round as opposed to that
Horizontal,
way.
not vertical.
Thanks. And send them
And
in.
if you don't want to have your face, then pet might do.
Yeah, you can animate your hand.
Hello there, this is Richard Vobes here, and I won £20,000 on the Grand National.
Do that.
If only. Anyway, that's it. Take care, everybody. Look after yourselves. Thanks again, and we will see you on Monday. But from Julia and I,
It's a good night.
it's good night.